Hello. Hi. Welcome to 6 o'clock with SOC. Today is December 9th, 2021. My name is Miriam Elizabeth Ramirez, Community Organizer here at the Southside Organizing Center. Thank you for joining us today. So we're glad to have you here with us. Please give me a moment to welcome our Spanish-speaking audience and provide them with our Spanish translation line. Hola, buenas tardes. Bienvenidos. Les agradecemos por acompañarnos hoy en nuestro foro de 6 en punto con SAC. Mi nombre es Miriam Elizabeth Ramírez, organizadora de la comunidad aquí en el Centro de Organización de Southside. Para escuchar en español, por favor llame a este número. Es el 646-749-3122. El código de acceso es 779-328-221. Gracias. So today we have a forum with a few special guests from our local neighborhood groups and associations, and as well as an interview with our youth. I'd like to welcome our first guest today, a member and leader of the Walker Square Neighborhood Association, Nicole Hertel-Meirose.
Hi,
Hello,
thank
Nicole.
you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us today. Would you please introduce yourself, actually, and let us know a little bit about your role at Walker Square Neighborhood?
Yeah, absolutely. So, my name's Nicole Hertel-Meirose. I've lived on the near South Side for about 15 years or so, and I've lived here in the Walker Square neighborhood for 9 years. I've been involved, an active member of the Walker Square Neighborhood Association for many years, and I was a past president and kind of helped out with the leadership. Not currently an official leader of the association, but an active and involved neighbor and resident here in Walker Square.
Well, thank you so much. Tell us a little bit about what's going on in the neighborhood. Is there anything you'd like to share? Any events, programs, or projects you're working on?
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, first, maybe it'll help to just kind of describe what exactly Walker Square neighborhood is. So we're kind of a neighborhood within a neighborhood. We're officially part of the city's neighborhood of Walker's Point, but Walker Square neighborhood is within Walker's Point neighborhood. So our boundaries are basically 6th Street to Cesar Chavez, which is also 16th Street. And then from the valley over to Greenfield Avenue, that's what we consider Walker Square neighborhood. Kind of the heart of the neighborhood is Walker Square Park, which is between Washington Street and Mineral, between 9th and 10th. And we've kind of been on a break with the pandemic, kind of put things on hold, put a pause on our meetings. But our exciting news that we want to share with everybody today is that we are ready to get back up and running, and we will be starting up our meetings again in the new year. So we will have quarterly meetings in 2022. It'll be the third Tuesday of the month, starting in February. So the dates of our meetings for 2022 will be February 15th, May 17th, August 16th, and November 15th. So again, it's once every 3 months. It's the third Tuesday of the month, and the meetings are at 6 o'clock p.m., and they're held at the United Community Center's Cafe El Sol conference room in the lower level at the UCC on 9th and Washington. So we're very excited. Our goal with our meetings is really to create a space for neighbors to get to know each other and build relationships, because we think that that's really the heart of creating quality of life and safety in the neighborhood, is really knowing each other and building those relationships with neighbors. And that's what our goal is with these meetings, is to create that space for people to get to know each other and talk about issues and work together to continue to just strengthen our really amazing neighborhood here. And then one other event to share is that we're going to do kind of a kickoff, a small kind of informal social celebration to share the news about getting the meetings back up and running. And that'll be this Sunday, December 12th, from 3 to 4 p.m. in Walker Square Park. So any neighbors, anyone who lives in Walker Square neighborhood is welcome to come by. It'll just be kind of a small group of neighbors getting together to say hello, have some hot chocolate and sweet treats, and just reconnect and get ready for the new year.
Well, that sounds great, Nicole. I believe I might be joining you there for some hot chocolate.
Yay,
No,
wonderful.
but yes, I'm very excited for you all to come together again. That's definitely exciting. So, wish you blessings. We know the importance of building, neighborhood relationships, with the neighbors, especially. So that should be fun for them.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
wondering, you were mentioning the UCC and then the gatherings. Is the information or the sessions available like in English and Spanish or any other language?
Absolutely, yeah. So, knowing that our neighborhood is very diverse, but majority Spanish speakers, a lot of immigrants from Mexico and from other places. So everything we do is always bilingual, English and Spanish. So everything we post, we have a Facebook page. People can check us out there. Anything we post about events or things going on in the neighborhood, we make sure to put it in Spanish and English. And then the meetings themselves also, we always run those bilingually. So we really want everybody to feel welcome, whichever language they speak. And if we have guest speakers, we always provide interpretation, so that everybody has access to that information. But all are welcome.
And can you remind us again, where is this gathering on the 12th exactly? The hot
Yes, yep.
chocolate.
So yes, this Sunday, December 12th, 3 to 4 p.m. in Walker Square Park. And like I said, it's just kind of an informal get together. It'll be a handful of neighbors, but anyone who lives in Walker Square is welcome to come by to the park, which again is between 9th and 10th Street, between Washington and Mineral.
And is there any like a fee or cost to join the group?
No, absolutely not. No, it is no membership fee, no dues that anyone has to pay. We're all just kind of volunteers, neighbors who are interested in kind of taking on the leadership of it, but we don't charge anyone any money. We just want people to show up and get to know neighbors.
Sounds good. And how can they get in contact with you? Who can they contact if they would like to join or come to the
Yeah, so
meeting?
people are welcome to connect with me. I can be reached. My phone number is 414-544-4217. So people are welcome to give me a call or text if they want to learn more, and become part of the Walker Square Neighborhood Association. And then, like I said, we do also have a Facebook page. So you can just look for Walker Square Neighborhood Association on Facebook as well.
All right, Nicole, thank you for that information. I'll make sure to be following you, but we already do.
Mhm.
So thank you for that. And I was wondering, do you have anything else you would like to share with us or that you might want people to know?
I don't think so. I think just the final thing would be just anyone out there who lives in Walker Square, we would love to meet you. We hope that you can come by and join us this Sunday or at the meetings coming up in the new year. And thank you also to Southside Organizing Center for the great work that you all do and for your support of neighborhood associations, including ours. So
Thank
thank you.
you. Thank you, Nicole. So we really appreciate your time and thank you again. All right. So for our next segment, we actually have coronavirus information. So we'd like to share a word from our COVID-19 coordinator, Jinx, who will be providing us with some information for our COVID-19 segment.
Hello, hello. Hi. Hi. So this is Jinx, the COVID coordinator at SOC. With the encroaching holiday times and the elevated social aspects of this time of year, I want to talk about what the appropriate steps would be if you or a friend or a family member are sick or believed to be sick with COVID-19. Shown here is a flyer provided by the 16th Street Community Health Center. Together, let's briefly go over what is stated here. So, if there is a suspicion of a COVID-19 infection within yourself or someone you know, one of the first things mentioned on here is to stay home. Stay home, except to get medical care, of course. As we all know, COVID affects us all differently, and the more mild cases are able to be handled and obtained better at home in quarantine. When staying at home due to possible exposure or confirmed exposure, keep the person who is ill isolated away from the other house members. Having a specific sick room and even a separate bathroom will be the most beneficial. And of course, do not share plates, utensils, food or drinks, or other household items. Call your doctor ahead of time if you feel sick before visiting the doctor's office. And you guys, face masks, face masks, face masks. This will be a key element in making sure the spread of COVID-19 stops at you. Same goes with covering coughs and sneezes and discarding the used tissues. Washing hands is another key element in stopping the spread, as is cleaning or sanitizing high-touch surfaces, such as any of the things listed here, is another essential. Making sure to monitor symptoms and to call 911 if emergency transport is needed if symptoms worsen at a rapid rate. Make sure to notify the 911 operator that you have been diagnosed with or have a high suspicion of being exposed to COVID-19. And lastly, make sure to instruct household members to quarantine themselves. It is a responsibility held on all of us to tell anyone you have been in close contact with that you have or likely have COVID-19. These are the people that must stay home for 14 days after they've last had a possible exposure to COVID-19. They must monitor their symptoms, and should they develop symptoms, follow the guidelines on this sheet for people sick with COVID-19. Here on the bottom right-hand corner, it is stated that people with COVID-19 who've isolated can return to normal activity under the following conditions. That 1, they've had no fever for the last 72 hours or 3 days without the use of medicine, and 2, other symptoms have improved, and 3, must have been at least 10 days that have passed since your symptoms first appeared. All right, well, thank you for tuning into the COVID segment here at 6 o'clock with SOC. Keep those face masks on properly and do what is responsible to keep yourself and loved ones safe. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Jinx. Thank you very much. And now we want to invite you to please watch the following video of our civic segment explaining the difference between an absentee and a mail-in ballot.
There is no disputing that this year's election will be different than those in the past. It'll be relying more on ballots sent through the mail than those cast in the ballot booth. This year, California and other states across the country have decided to send all registered voters a ballot in the mail. So what's the difference between voting by mail and absentee voting? Well, it turns out very little. Voting by mail and absentee voting are basically the same thing. Let me explain. Every state offers mail-in ballots. A ballot you guessed it, get in the mail, fill out on your own time, and send in the mail. An absentee ballot is one you request because you won't be able to make it to the poll. You get it in the mail, fill it out on your own time, and then send it back in the mail. Now, the term absentee ballot has been used since the Civil War. It was created to let soldiers on the front lines vote while they were absent from home. Back then, you needed an excuse to request an absentee ballot. But over the years, that need for an excuse has faded away. Today, 34 states and the District of Columbia allow registered voters to mail in their ballots. In 5 of those states, the government already sends all voters ballots by mail. Just 6 states, Texas, Louisiana, Indiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, and South Carolina, require voters to provide an excuse to request an absentee ballot. This year, 190 million voters are eligible to vote by mail. That's because many states have changed their rules to make mail-in voting easier by either sending all registered voters ballots or making it easier for them to request a ballot. In the 2016 presidential election, 1 in 4 voters cast their ballot by mail. So what about fraud? Well, ballot fraud is extremely rare. Let's look at the state of Oregon, which has conducted elections exclusively by mail since 1998. The Conservative Heritage Foundation has warned of the risks associated with voting by mail in Oregon, but the organization has only found 14 cases of mail fraud out of more than 15 million ballots cast. That's because mail-in ballots are highly scrutinized. The signature on the ballot has to match voter registration records to be counted. Ballots are printed on special paper and include technical markings, like watermarks and unique barcodes that make counterfeiting a ballot difficult. Ballots are also not uniform. There's a lot of variation from place to place. Local races, like those for a mayor or congressional representatives, are often very specific to a community. Anything out of place gets kicked out for closer inspection. That includes voting twice, a felony in California, by the way. One thing that is uniform is that your ballot needs to be postmarked by Election Day. With so many states offering vote by mail this year, election officials are encouraging everyone to vote early and mail that ballot in soon if you want to be counted.
All right, and now we go on to my personal favorite segment with Juan, our youth, who will be interviewing our next special guest, Your Move MKE, formerly known as the Hip Hop Chess Club of Wisconsin. So let's check them out.
Hi, good morning. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Tonight we have the crew from Your Move MKE. They will be here today to speak more about what Your Move MKE is and what they offer. Hi guys, how are you doing today?
Hey.
Thank you for joining us at tonight's 6 o'clock with SOC forum. Please welcome Brandon, Luis, and Ali. Okay, so
What up, guys?
hi. Okay, so could you please give us a brief explanation of what Your Move MKE is and where its journey started?
Yeah, I can say that the Hip Hop Chess Club started when our mentor, Mia Rox, she's not here unfortunately tonight, but our mentor came to Milwaukee from Rhode Island and he had started this Hip Hop Chess Club. He mentioned it to us and Mia Rox were both like, wow, this sounds really awesome. This is something we could do and it's something that the south side of Milwaukee needs, I think. And he gave us the tools and just the resources to run with it. He made our logo. He started, it was just me and Rox, and then we added Blade and Louis Man
and Caesar, but they're not here right now. But this was all back in 2017,
yeah,
and then
2017.
And now we're here a couple years later, and then it's grown to be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so interesting to hear. What are some of the goals of Your Move?
Really the goal, in a nutshell, I'd say is to break the negative cycles of poverty, pain, and trauma and replace them with positive cycles of prosperity, strength, and healing. That's kind of our mission. We want to improve the quality of life for residents on the South Side, especially people in impoverished areas, such as the South Side, inner cities. And that's really where we're coming from. And we're using hip hop and chess to do that.
Yeah, pretty much to think ahead and how to make a move ahead. If you stay prepared, you never got to be ready.
True.
Yeah,
and develop higher level thinking skills as well, like self-awareness and just seeing the bigger picture.
Being able to express yourself.
Yep, being able to express yourself through hip hop and learning how to b-boying, graffiti art. Because hip hop is not just one thing; it's a whole culture and really a way of life. And we all love hip hop. So
hip hop brought us together.
Hip hop brought us together.
For sure.
Yeah, I really like that. I think it is really good for, these communities. So how has COVID kind of affected you guys in how you meet with people or just basically in general?
Well, when COVID first hit, we used to provide free meals. So whenever you came to the Hip Hop Chess Club from 6 to 8, we used to always give free food. So some people didn't have somewhere to eat or didn't have food. So you'll come play chess for 6 to 8. We'll give food, water. But when COVID happened, then we kind of slowed down, and then it put a halt. So we started doing more space interacting, I guess, and then started doing some online chess playing. You know what I mean? Through the phones, through the apps and stuff like that. We have a little Ruben that we play sometimes, so it was fun to do stuff like that. But COVID brought us together because we had to be separated, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's well said, well said.
Yeah. Okay, so The next question I have is what is the program aimed towards, or who is the program aimed towards, and like what benefits can somebody get from attending it?
Man, it's aimed for anybody from 9 to 99. If you want to come by and you want to play, you want to listen to some music, if you want to learn how to think ahead, you want to speak
Embrace the
poetry,
culture.
embrace the culture, like through hip hopping, it gets the physical atmosphere, gets you moving through dancing, and then you got the knowledge through playing chess and how to be strategic, and then you got the self-expression through music. You know what I mean? And then we have like the beat machines and all that, so the people can play it and touch it. So
Yeah.
it's very fun. It's a good atmosphere. It's like, and it just teaches you, and then it helps expand the mind a lot.
It's very community driven, and it's very informal. Like you got chess, which is like a structured thing, you would assume, right? But then hip hop comes into play and it makes it all informal and more like family based. And so it's just a really cool dynamic between the two. So yeah.
Yeah, I can understand how it's a really good like bonding experience to like bring people more together. Yeah, I get that. So, what does a regular day look like?
Well, regular day, we probably get the waters ready, and then we set up the tables, and then we get the beat machines, and then we set up a little area, and then we have like a little table for the kids. They have like crayons and color pencils, so that some of the adults want to play the game, they have somewhere where the kids can stay entertained. And then we have our own kids too as well. And then we have like older people too, like some people. That one dude that came, he was like almost like 50, but he's like playing chess, and then he wanted to play other players, which is cool because it's a competitive game, but it's a friendly, fun
It doesn't
game.
matter how old you
It
are.
doesn't matter how old you are. There's no
We
age
have
limit.
11-year-olds that
Yeah,
lead
and
the
especially like me, I'm
50-year-olds.
Latino. You know what I mean? I'm Latino, so I speak Spanish and English. So por la tener con las dos gentes también. You know what I mean? So it's like we're easy to be bilingual. So if somebody comes, it's easy. You know what I mean? It's easy. It's
We
easier.
cater to everybody.
Yeah, we cater to a little to everybody. You know, I know a little bit of sign language, so it helps.
So, where is it located?
Well, we used to do it in the back of Flippin' Styles
On 9th and National.
on 9th and National. And then right now on December 19th, we have a pop-up at, what's the location?
It's at Yesenia's Creative Studio Space on 2926 West Forest Home. It's so from 6 to 10 p.m. It's a fundraiser, and then in the back room from 6 to 8 p.m. it's the Hip Hop Chess Club. It's free. The Hip Hop Chess Club is free, but the fundraiser we ask for a $10 donation. But basically, we're kind of trying to raise funds just to run
Get our own building.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate goal. We're trying to get our own building so we don't have to keep using other people's buildings. We can have one building so we have our own resources, and then it'll be a nice safe flight. We're trying to create a safe environment for people to come and just express themselves freely.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So, what are aspects that are implemented in or at the events or meetings that you have that really allows for personal growth and or development within youth that attend?
Well, it depends. Like with the hip hop, right? You got breakdancing, you got dancing. So that's already physical and mental. So it gets your physical training going. Then you got the chess, which helps with your mind. It helps strategize. And then if you can teach people how to prepare for the next move, they're more likely not to make the wrong move
In life.
And then I said with the helping and then the creative arts, it helps people express themselves with poetry and expressing how you feel and being open. And then with the youth, they love just being themselves, and nothing's better than letting a child, be a kid, and expressing themselves fully with no judgment. So that's one of the things we do. I love it. Excellent.
Oh yeah, I love it too.
For sure.
My favorite thing
I
in the
know,
world.
for real.
I'm glad, I'm honored to be a part of this too with you guys, man. Like,
and thank you guys too, man, for having us.
Thank
This
you.
is amazing. Like,
Thank you.
and the person before, I want to get some hot chocolate too.
oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get some hot chocolate.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, we'll be there.
yeah, for sure. 3 to 4. Walk up Square Park.
For outreach, do you guys have a website, social medias?
Oh, it's Your Move MKE on Facebook
As well as
Instagram.
and Instagram. It's literally everywhere. It's Make Your Move MKE on literally like every platform you can think of. Yeah, hashtag Your Move.
All right. Well, this is all the time we have for you tonight. We appreciate your information and input about Your Move MKE. Always awesome to see enriching programs for the community being made available. Thank you so much and have a good evening. And happy holidays, you guys.
Okay.
That's great. Thank you, Juan. And congratulations to the team, actually. Now they are officially a nonprofit organization, so we invite you to support them. And so you, like I said, go to Your Move MKE on their social media and support them. Let's join them and can bring the youth, bring your family on December 19th at Miss Yesenias. So today, that's actually the end of our forum. So we would like to thank you for tuning in. Actually, I want to thank our producer today, Jinx, and everyone doing the interviewing. Thanks to our youth too, Juan. Great job. And thank you all for viewing us every Thursday at 6. We really appreciate you for joining us. We'd like you to know also that SOC is here for you, so please reach out to us. And if you need any information or support, we can be reached by phone at 414-672-8090, or our email is soc@socmilwaukee.org, or you can visit our website also for more information at www.socmilwaukee.org. And if you could just please fill out this survey to let us know if this forum is useful and informative so that we can keep 6 o'clock with SOC going for our community. So thank you again, and I hope you have a good night, and thank you for tuning in. Blessings.
Has this live forum been informative and useful to you? What part of the forum could be improved or changed to make it better? Please take our quick survey that's located in our comments section so that we can get your feedback on how to keep this live forum going for residents. Thanks for tuning in.